We are at 865 Oakhill. It's a great little street. This particular house was broken into and vandalized about, I don't know, a month and change ago. We're getting some people out here now. The house has been rented and we've got some people coming out to go ahead and get the yard cleaned up and straightened up. That's the cage right there that they destroyed and stole the HVAC out of there. Probably did it in broad daylight. They completely wrecked that cage. This was a 3-ton brand new system. This whole house was renovated top to bottom about a year ago. All new systems, all new everything in this house. And they pretty much gutted, you know, a chunk of it inside. We've got some vandalism inside. They stole the fridge, the stove, the furnace. And they actually cut part of the ceiling joist in the attic to get the furnace out. We came in, you can see, I'm not gonna step up in there. They broke through a rear window and they couldn't get in that way, and you may not be able to see it real well in the picture here, but they cut through this screen. Both of these screens are ripped. They unflipped that, and then they tore out the front door and the security grate right there. Probably should have went through that way because we got it boarded up inside for y'all. This video is just being shown or done just so people can see what happens sometimes. These houses, the tenant was still occupying this property when it was broken into. He had started to move a few of his things, and I guess they saw the moving truck or whatever he was doing, said, hey, let's hit it, and they did. So they stole a bunch of his personal effects out of this property. We just happened to come by that night, and I saw the house had been broken into, so I actually got my guys out here and secured it. We'll go around here. This is just through the tall grass, which I hate to do, but just to make this video so you guys can see what we're dealing with entirely. Fortunately, we caught it at a time where it could have been a lot worse. So security system was on. We did have a security system here in the house. We do again now. You can see closer up the tears through the screening right here. They flipped that open. There was a full security grate just like on the back of the house here, and they actually ripped the security grate out. You can see some of the brick molding right here. They ripped all the brick molding out around this whole door frame, smashed in the jamb, which you'll see from the inside. The door is still there, but they stole the security grate and 3 sets of locks. They destroyed 1 set and they stole 3 sets. So go figure. I don't know what these people were thinking, but they sure did it, boy. It'll be a beautiful house again, but this one is just being done so the owner and the insurance company can see what the damages were. Somebody came in, we didn't even notice it at first, and I don't understand why they did it, but they spray painted graffiti on most of the walls in the house. It's a light colored graffiti. You don't even notice it at first, but then once you got the lights on and you start seeing it on all the walls. We're coming through the rear right here. We've gone ahead and changed the locks here, but they actually stole these locks out, and we use these smart key quick set locks, about 80 bucks a pop. This security grate they left, so we didn't have to replace this one. This is the same thing that was on the front, but both these sets of locks are new, and they'll be changed again once we do the job. We just keep a set of locks like that. And let's give us a little light here so we can all see. This is the rear bedroom here. We had put these security grates in here previously, and now we've bolted everything down, but it's going to be hard to make out. You can sort of see that zero-ish, whatever that's supposed to be. May look better if I turn this light off for a second. You got zoo on this wall, and it's not picking it up real well. I don't know what zoo and XO, if that's Kyo, zoo, Sue, whatever it is, but it's like an off-white, it appears to be a spray paint or a marker or something, but it doesn't wipe off. It's permanent in the wall, so all the walls are gonna have to be primed and repainted basically now. And it's in every room. I mean, everywhere you go. This room back here is about 10 by 12, 10 by 11. Yep, see it is right there. I don't know if the camera, looks like the camera's sort of picking it up. You can sort of see it. You can see it right here on that wall. XO and Zoo, or Sue, or I don't know, it looks like Zoo to me, but it's on pretty much every wall in the house. So they all need to be primed and painted now. This room back here is about 14 by 12, same drill. Kitchen is pretty good size. They didn't do a lot in here, but there was a nice, you can see the quality of the appliances. HandyANdy did this job originally. So we put a new 30-inch stove right there. and we had a double wide fridge here because we had enough space. They rolled it right out of here. And we actually had a set of washer and dryer in this area right here to help rent the property. And you can see here's an X clearly there. They were probably going to come back for the light fixtures, but we secured the property. And you can see what's left of the security system. We put it back in the wall. It was laying on the floor, but my security guy says it's trash. We're putting a new system in here, and that'll be going in here in the next couple of days. Some of this trash out here is what's left. We cleaned a lot of this stuff up. I'm going to try and zip through fast. This is the dining room. And again, you can kind of see in here there's like a triangle or a delta. I don't know what it is. I really don't get it, but just enough to wreck the walls, and it's scattered around. No one has been in the house since we secured it, and nobody has these keys except for us. So we just missed all this part of it when our initial walkthrough because we really weren't looking for it. But now that we've come back through to look at the work that needs to be done, you can't see it real well. A little bit. You see the X's there. Here's the door, what's left of it. This is insulation that came through. And what they did is they stole the security grate off the front of the house, and then they came with a pry bar. They couldn't get through the locks that we use, and they just smashed the hell out of that door and just blew this whole jam frame, everything. You can see what's left of it. There was a high security strike plate in that piece right there, and they gutted that right out. They gutted the whole thing. So it did its job, and you know, they took it with them, so it paid the price. But every single room in here, the dining room is like 14 by 14. We'll get you some true dimensions in here. This is the hall bathroom, and yep, you can see it a lot better when we turn the lights off. I don't know what the point to this was. I mean, just somebody being stupid really is what it comes down to. This is the hallway in here, the main hall. Again, you can see some symbols on the wall. A little bit on this wall. I mean, there's a Z. There's a Z and something right. Zoo, so, whatever. I don't know what these fools were doing. This is up the attic right here. They destroyed these attic stairs. You can see how it's blown away. They tried to take the furnace out this way the first time and messed up. And I'm taking a risk going up these stairs because they're about to cave in. And this is just what ticks me off. The little bastards came up here with a saw. They cut these ceiling joists, pushed the furnace down through this hole through the ceiling. There's a mattress down here. They dropped it on the mattress and carted it away without damaging the unit. And there's where your furnace was. They wrecked some ductwork up here throughout the attic space, and you can see where they cut the wires back here on the electrical, so we're gonna have to redo that. The water heater's still here. They were probably planning to come back for it. It's hot as Hades up here right now, but that's what they did. They cut this joist and dropped it through, and it just makes you mad. It really does. These stairs are completely unsafe to be on, but gotta do it. They did a little bit of paint in this bathroom right here. I'm not going to catch it right now, as we'll run out of time. And then they destroyed the ceiling back in here. And it's the same thing on these walls. Graffiti on every wall in here, but it's just stupid stuff. There's something in this line right here. The camera's not picking it up real well, but just enough to be annoying. I don't know what that is. That's kind of like just a zigzag. I don't get it. Here's where they came through the ceiling, and they've actually cracked out this whole ceiling. You see the quality of the rehab with the fans we put in here. New thermopane windows all the way around, tiled bathrooms. Just a great house, super nice house, and it just ticks you off to have to deal with some of these knuckleheads. But they actually cracked the ceilings, cracked all the way through back to the opposite end. This room right here is about 12 by 14. So we're gonna take this ceiling out and replace it. They step back here, it's starting to cave as well. And this bathroom in here, we won't pick it up because we're running out of time here. Same thing, they spray painted, but you can get an idea. The finish is really nice stuff. We did a nice job on this house. This medicine cabinet was laying down. I guess they're going to take it. We put it back up, so it's here now. But that's what you're looking at in here. It's a cleanup, paint, repaint, systems. They stole that furnace. That's a 3-ton. That's a $5,000 system right there. And the appliances were expensive too, and then just repainting. So this is 865 Oakhill. Any questions you have, give us a call. But this is what happens sometimes in some of these houses. But at least we're here to get it turned around, and we do have a tenant in hand to rent this place. It's only been on the market for a couple of days. Thanks so much. This is Andy with Handy Andy and Second Chance Homes. Take care now.